Reese's Question of the Day podcast.
I want answers from you. Could you date someone who exposed their ex?
No, I wouldn't personally because they probably expose you when they get mad.
And questions to some of your favorite celebrities. Wendy Williams is in here. How do you stay safe with so much censorship these days?
There's certain things that resonate with everybody, Reece. I have to be very thoughtful in what I say, how I present my stories.
It's time for that question of the day.
Hey, what's happening, man? CIP the King good, man. You listen to my partner, Reece.
It's DJ Khaled. Hey, yo, Reece, I see you, boy.
It's the Black Bottle Boss, Rick Ross, and right now you kicking it with my brother, Reece.
Y'all get ready. You're locked in with Reece.
So one of my friends of the show, Erica Thomas, is in the building. Woo!
Hey.
I'll just make my own sound effects for you.
I like that. It was like the clapping effect. I like it.
How are you doing? State representative.
I'm doing great. I'm just happy to be here. You know, I'm looking alive. Look alive.
Very much alive. I've been seeing you've been very active on Twitter lately.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot going on in politics.
Oh, my goodness. It's so much going on. You can't even keep up with it. I mean, I can't keep up with all the politics stuff, and I definitely can't keep up with all our president's tweets. I can't keep up with it. It's a mile a minute.
You do a pretty good job of rebuttaling to a lot of these tweets. I saw the one back, I think it was July, where it said self-made. And he was like, how about those people minus $500? Those are the self-made people that come up and just make it. The hustlers out here.
Yeah, people always trying to say, oh, you know, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. No, you didn't.
Right.
You didn't start from the bottom, now you're here.
Right.
Your dad gave you $1 million. You know, Trump's dad gave $1 million. Kylie's mom, she started her off with a couple of million. You know, you give me a couple of million and you see where I go.
Well, listen, we see where you go. The youngest state rep, the youngest, and the first orphan.
Yeah.
Come on now. We got to give praise and thanks to all of that stuff.
I'm telling you, God is good. God, now that is. So when I do make my million, I can actually say that, right?
Yes, you can. you can. You actually can say it now because you're making waves in politics. And you're really inspiring people, especially in your district. I know a few hundred people that say, we just love Erica. We love her energy. We love everything that she's about. And she walks it like she talks it. So thank you for being you.
Thank you. They say the same thing about you, though, Reece.
Well,
it's crazy. I was just walking. I know you know the story I'm about to tell. I was walking in the store, just minding my business, having little flip-flops on, not trying to see nobody. And here go Reece. He up at the front. He like, Erica. I'm like, hey. Then 2 seconds later, I get up to the front. These ladies like, it's Reece. I'm like, oh my God. Did he drop an album? They running and screaming and stuff. Shout me out on the radio, please, please, please. I'm like, wow, honey. That's what I'm talking about. Man. You making waves, honey. We making waves together.
Making waves together. We actually did something together early this year. It was really, really a good event. You was running around kissing babies and hugging people. It was over 4,000 cars out there.
Yeah.
And you probably hugged every single driver that was out there that day. So you had on you didn't even have on walking shoes. I don't even know how you made it.
I definitely did have on walking shoes. I definitely did. But, you know, I just got to do it for my people.
Yeah.
You know, you told me, let's go, Erica. And I said, let's go. Let's feed the people. And we fed a lot of people that day.
We had
a lot of people.
Recount. I don't know the exact number. I know it was over 100,000 pounds. Real number, 100,000 pounds of groceries were given out that day to families in need. And you helped us get the venue. You made sure the red carpet was rolled out for those people. We had good police interaction. We had
good police interaction. We had to have security for you, Reece. You know you popular.
There you go.
You popular in these streets. We had to have security.
Too. So that's what happened. So just to get fast forward to what's going on right now, we know that your signs are up everywhere. And in my yard, cough, cough. I'm supposed to stay neutral on air, but I'm not going to do that today. Not when my friends are here. So yes, we're supporting Erica Thomas and the things that she's bringing to our district and to Georgia in general. You are actually giving a lot of people a voice that don't have it. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's a lot going on. You know, I am one voice, but there's so many voices all over Georgia. There's people running for office. There's a huge election coming up in November. And I couldn't even tell people, like, it's so serious how serious this election is. You know, whether you're Republican or whether you're Democrat, it doesn't matter. You got to come out and you have to vote. You have to vote. You know, you see what happened in 2016 and everybody was in uproar. But so now it's the midterms. What are we going to do now? Are we going to sit at home? Are we going to chill and watch TV and then something happens and we get a governor that we don't want?
Right.
Or we get a state representative or someone that we don't want? because we stayed at home and we didn't think our vote count.
Right.
Our vote counted. Your vote counts. Let me tell y'all something. My state senator, Corsina Tate, her first race, she won by 1 vote.
Wow.
1 vote.
So somebody's vote definitely mattered.
I'm telling you, it really, really is so important. I know another friend that lost her state senate seat by 16 votes.
Wow.
So when people think, oh, it's already predestined, they already have who they want. It doesn't matter if I get out and vote. It matters so much. And I think that's the reason why we were partnered together with Radio 1 for us to get out there and not just educate people to say go vote, but to educate them why you need to go vote and why it's so important that we vote, And so, from here on out, we're going to be talking about it all the time. You're going to get tired of hearing my voice on 107.9 and Praise 102 on all the stations. You're going to be like, wow, she tells me to vote one more time, But not only that, I'll be also informing you, breaking it down in layman terms. I call it the breakdown.
We need to have that right now. That's a very good conversation we need to have right now. Let's break it down. So we have our midterm elections. How does that affect us, the everyday person?
Okay. So right now, let me just tell you what's going on in Washington. So everybody, if you're watching TV right now, if you're watching TV today, if you're watching TV tomorrow, if you saw the cable news yesterday, they are about to confirm a Supreme Court justice, Kavanaugh. And this man was picked by Trump, okay, with all that's going on.
Right.
Now, mind you, let me take it back just a little bit for you. Obama had a Supreme Court justice pick. And they would not let him, the Republicans would not let him have his Supreme Court justice pick.
Right.
They made him wait a whole year. They're like, oh, he's on his way out. It might be erratic for him to do that. However, now we have an erratic president, but we're not worried about him picking somebody that's got to have a lifetime job.
Right.
Okay, a lifetime job. So right now, the Senate is about to confirm somebody that is going to be making decisions over all types of different areas in all of our lives.
Right.
So I know Roe versus Wade was abortion rights, right? So if this man gets in, he may have the swing vote, because the guy that he is replacing was the swing vote for abortion rights, for people to be able to have abortions and to have control over their own body.
Right.
Now, if this man gets in, there is a possibility that he could repeal Roe versus Wade.
Right.
So people that, want to have their own choice about, making their own choices about their life, y'all need to be raising an alarm because you might not have that choice after this man gets in.
Right.
It'll be a 5-4 vote, and it'll be 5 Republicans and 4 Democrats on the Supreme Court.
Right.
And so that means they can repeal, like I said, Roe versus Wade. They could repeal affirmative action.
They can repeal segregation if they want
they
to.
could do. And let me say another scary thing. Y'all think y'all scared about what's going on with the president now. He also has authority over the presidential powers.
Wow.
So he could give the president more power than he already has today, which is way too much.
Way too much.
Because the way he's signing stuff left and right,
Wow.
He has that power. Another scary thing is same-sex marriage. He has the power to be a swing vote to repeal same-sex marriage. So everybody that's out there living their best life, getting married, having a choice, being able to do what they want to do with their lives, this man has control over that.
That's crazy. Whether you agree with it or not, people should be able to make their own decisions when it doesn't affect the other people around them in a negative way. So to give somebody that absolute power could be dangerous.
Dangerous,
to say the
Reece.
least. Even when you look at the things with the healthcare, okay, he couldn't basically revise the whole plan, but what they did was cut the funding, so now you don't hear about it. It's those types of things that are very dangerous that we don't kind of take into consideration when it comes around to these midterms elections.
Yep, and people don't think about healthcare like that, but when it comes to you're living your everyday life, everybody living paycheck to paycheck, everybody's making it, it's like they can. But when you get that call and now your daughter has, a life-threatening
life-threatening
disease or illness, or she fell at school and now you have to do brain surgery, then you think about healthcare.
Right.
We need to start thinking about that stuff now and how we can put people in office that can change that. We can change that in the midterms.
Yeah.
We've got a black woman, Lucy Macbeth. She's running for Congress. If we can switch the Congress, if we can have control over Congress, there's a lot of things that we can do when it comes to that. And people don't understand, honey. It's a lot going on in Washington. That's why I'm here to break it down. But however, I need you to be watching just as much as we're watching and be outraged. So when you hear this stuff on 107.9, when you hear us talking about all this stuff, you need to repeat it at work. Like, you know what? I'm about to,
Let's have a talk.
Let's have a talk.
That's what this is all about. We thank you for coming. What are some of the key things that we really need to be looking out for with this election? And I know that I can't get to the voting polls. The lines are too long. Guess what? They got absentee ballots. You can mail it in from the house.
You got it. They got absentee ballots everywhere. And don't think, if I mail it in, I'm scared. They might. No. They have to make sure that they put your ballot in. And it's so important because I understand people have jobs. You know, people have, I have to get my daughter to daycare right after work, so I can't go to the polling place. It closes at 6. No problem. Send in your absentee ballots. You can go to the Secretary of State's website, sos.ga.gov. Go on there, sign up to get your absentee ballot. And once you do that, they'll send it right to you. You can mail it right in, and your ballot will be counted on Election Day.
And that's the only trackable way that they have it. They can go back and count those ballots. Now, he is playing games, too. Secretary of State.
Oh, my goodness. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. It's a scary thing when you got the chief elections officer running for office.
Right.
Now, Stacey Abrams, she stepped down from that was my colleague.
Yeah.
She stepped down. She did the noble thing. Stepped down from office.
Because it's not a conflict of interest.
Thank you. No conflict of interest. Now, you've got the man on the other side who hasn't stepped down. And in addition to that, let me tell y'all something. Do y'all know who certifies the election?
Yes, we do. That's why I brought it up.
He certifies the election. Reece,
Right.
He certifies the election. Do you think he's going to certify the election if he lose?
Let's do this. So just breaking it down. If I'm running for class president. Okay, and I hold the seat that the Secretary of State has, and I'm running for class president. Not only am I the person that holds the little box that everybody puts their ballot in, I'm also the person that's in charge of counting those ballots.
Counting them.
And then if I lose that election, I'm also the person to say, I certify that the person beat me.
Yeah.
So this is the type of power that this man has, right?
You got to be a real noble person. Wow. You have to be a really noble statesman.
And this is the same person whose site just happened to crash.
Oh, yeah.
Quote unquote, accidentally crashed.
Oh, yeah.
The day when votes needed to go in.
Yeah. I serve on the Science and Technology Committee in the House of Representatives, and we were hacked the day before the presidential primary, and we were hacked the day before the 2016 November vote.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a little
We were
ironic.
hacked right to the day before, or it was the day before or 2 days before that. And so I don't know who did it. They say it was somebody, it was a glitch, a virus or something. Who knows? I'm not pointing any fingers. But if that happened in 2016, and I don't think we had that many stakes on the line here in Georgia.
Right.
We did have some stakes on the line federally, of course, with who won the election, which is probably not the most legit. But anyway, so we got a lot on the line.
We do.
We got a lot on the line right now, and we need to figure it out. I don't even, I visit a lot of different countries. Okay. And
you do great work in those countries.
Thank you.
Add a lot for orphans in Africa and everything.
Thank you.
Stay on subject. I'm sorry. I just want to give you your props.
Thank you so much. So a lot of people say there's a lot of corruption in politics in Nigeria. And there may be. But however, even in Nigeria, the chief elections officer cannot run for office.
Right.
Ever. Not like 5 years down the line. Not like 10 years down the line. Like he can never. They might kill him. So if that is the case, what are we turning a blind eye?
Yeah.
It's okay because we're gonna turn up the heat. Don't you worry. So when I'm gonna do my press conferences.
Yes.
So when I do my press conference and I turn up the heat, y'all just better be ready.
Yes, be ready. From the woman herself, State Rep Erica Thomas is here. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. I know you got a million people to talk to. I appreciate you, and y'all get out here and vote. Y'all heard this woman?
But vote and follow me on Instagram. I've got 2 Instagrams. It's Erica Thomas is my personal Instagram, and it's The I is there. It's not like it's and then you put Erica Thomas in. No. It's Erica Thomas. And then also follow, if you want to learn more about news and politics and what's going on, we break it down in layman's terms on the Erica Thomas Show on Instagram, the Erica Thomas Show on Facebook, and on YouTube every single Thursday at 6 o'clock on YouTube. We will have a show with the breakdown. We got a segment called Hip Hop and Politics. Reece, we're going to have to get you on that segment.
I'm ready. Just call me.
Okay, there it is. But again, follow me on all your social media. It's Erica Thomas, and even on Twitter, because I got some Twitter fingers too.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we seen him. He was popping off. I saw what happened with Weston. I saw what happened with Weston. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about
We
it
don't
right
play
now.
games.
You gonna come back, so we're gonna talk about that next time, all right? And that's why it is so important to have the right people representing you, so when you have an injustice hit you personally, that you can go to that person and see what things can be changed.
Thank you so much, Reece. You're awesome.
Thank you. Erica Thomas in the building, a friend of the show. She'll be back. You gonna be back?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all heard her say it, so it's not a lie. This is Hot 107.9. Join the question, because we want to hear your answers.